party partners, how we going? Today I am so excited. Well, actually, I'm a little bit intimidated by the process this video is going to be, but the purpose of the video has me very excited because today we are filming a little pack with me video and we are going to be packing for 2 months of travel, which I think is the longest trip I have ever been on. I'm going with my boyfriend Max. We are going to Mexico, the United States, and randomly Rome for a week. And I really enjoyed doing my little pack with me for Japan and Korea video that I did last year. And I feel like it did kind of well. You all seem to enjoy it, so I figured let's do another one because I'm gonna be going through this thought process internally in my brain anyway. So we might as well do it together on camera for content. If I am looking / feeling a little loopy in this video, probably not that different to normal. I'm probably putting that disclaimer in and I'm just being the same as I normally am. But also, if you hear any noise in the background or I generally just seem a little bit extra frazzled, I am doing this video while I'm also moving out of our apartment. As I'm filming this video, we finish moving out of our apartment tomorrow, but I'm packing before we move, just in case something goes missing during the move. Hopefully I'll have all the main things I need in my suitcase, but truthfully, I will probably unpack and repack it. Also, I don't know whose idea it was, okay? It was mine, it was my idea. But I thought now would be a really great time to schedule, you know, my timed bleeding session. I thought I was really like kind of getting everything out of the way, and I suppose I am, but as I'm living it now, it feels questionable. So I've just got my little comfy gear on, but let's get into it, let's get packing. This is the wardrobe we're working with. I am going for 8 weeks, so I feel like this looks kind of light on, but I'm trying not to overpack. Also, like, here's the thing. I am a person who likes to be organized. I try not to overpack, but also there's parts of me that like I like to pack for, you know, eventualities. But ultimately at the end of the day, unless you're going to a particularly remote area, which I am not, if you really need to pick something up, you'll usually be able to do it. It's good to be prepped, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be okay, probably. So let me show you the luggage situation because it is different to the last time I did a pack with me video. This is the suitcase I'm gonna be bringing with me. I am a very lucky little rat woman. I am working with Monos over on my Instagram. So I'm working with them over there. This video is not sponsored or anything like them, but just to disclose, I am working with them. And they sent me this really beautiful suitcase. I am kind of obsessed. It's almost a little bit too perfect. Like, I know it's gonna get a little bit scuffed up, but I kind of like when suitcases get a little bit scuffed up because it's like, they look used, because that's what they're meant to be used for. They're for using. But this is their medium check-in suitcase in the purple icing color, which is so cute because it is a collaboration with Magnolia Bakery, which happens to be from New York, and I happen to be going to New York on this trip, so kind of is a little bit cute. Also smaller than the suitcase I took with me to Japan and Korea. That suitcase is a great size for putting lots of stuff in if it's lighter, like if you want to bring back lots of snackies. But I will say from use on that trip, it's a little unwieldy. You know, it is just a bigger suitcase. It's a bit bulky. It's not the worst thing, but when I was taking it on planes and through airports and then on trains, like internally through countries and stuff, it's a little bit unwieldy. It's a little bit hard to manage, especially in places like Japan and Korea where subway stations don't always have easy elevator access. But because this time we are going for a long period of time, we're going to multiple different destinations, we're doing more flights, all that kind of jazz, I was like, I want something that's going to be a little bit easier to manage. Thus, I have this one, and also hence why I am trying to pack semi-light. I'm not like a minimalist backpacker type, but I'm also not really like a 2 checked suitcases and a carry-on suitcase and a personal item kind of person either, which brings me to my carry-on, which is also from Monos. This is their Metro Duffel. It slots onto the top of the suitcase. I'll lift it up so I can show you, but it sits like that perfectly. And previously I took a tote bag, my Telfar. So if you saw the last packing video, I took that, and I actually rewatched the video to refresh my memory on like my thought process and everything, just to see if I can give you some like updated tips and tricks. Also, like the dimensions of that bag are quite like skinny. So if you want to put in things that are lightweight but a bit bulkier, like a jumper or like a bag of snacks or something like that, there wasn't really any room for that. Like I had pretty much like packed it full and I couldn't really add anything else. So I was going to bring that again, but I ended up opting for this bad boy, which is a little bit bigger, but just dimensions wise, because I take things like a laptop with me on my carry-on. I bring camera equipment, portable chargers, things like that, which I understand some people wouldn't take with them on a trip. So keep that in mind. But this one just has like some extra features that are going to be specifically useful to me. We'll see how we go on the trip. I don't know, I really like the features. It's very cool. So I feel like let's just get into packing. I did just want to show you the bag. Please don't mind the bare mattress. Again, we're moving, it's a thing. But how pretty is the inside? It's like this lilac, like candy stripe kind of thing. And it also came with a few different little pouches. And these are great for things like shoes or laundry, just general organization. And I really like that they're like matching the suitcase. I think the inside is like so cute. We have one side here that can close up with the zip section, and there is a large mesh pouch on that divider. So that's like the closed section of the suitcase. And then we have the open section here, which has this, which I've not had in a suitcase before, but it is designed to be like a flattener. Like this kind of section here is a little bit hard, and they're these little clippies, so you can kind of compress your luggage down, which is nice and keeps things organized. And then we have two zippy pouches there. So that one doesn't zip up around the whole section, but kind of sits on top. And then underneath you have, again, an open section, a little slim pouch there. And then, you know, the classic like strap to, again, help compress things down. So I'm probably gonna do what I usually do, which is close on this side. And that zippy section here, just because it's got that extra level of closure, is probably where I'll put things like toiletries. I haven't had any issues with toiletries leaking in a while because I think I've got my like safety checks in place and I'm pretty good. But on the off chance that it does happen, I like putting it in the like closed section, because even if you have a little spill in there, it's less likely to make its way over to the other section. I know, groundbreaking stuff, but that's how I'm probably gonna run it. I'm just so obsessed with those colors. I think they're so cute. So other than the few little bags that came with my suitcase, I do still have my organizers that I used last time on my last trip. I got these on YesStyle, so if they're still available, I will link them down below or link some similar. I know a lot of people are like for or against organizers, but I quite like them. Especially if I was staying somewhere for more than a couple of nights, I could take the organizers out and sort of feel like I kind of unpacked. And it also made it really easy to kind of keep everything sorted within each organizer and then repack really quickly. Everything just kind of had a place, and I just thought that was sort of nice. And as I'm filming this, I'm not traveling for another 2 weeks, so there will be some things like particular undergarments and stuff that just do not make it into the suitcase today because we're in the middle of moving. But rest assured, I will hopefully remember to pack them before I go. But also luckily where we're going, it's going to be a bit cooler. It's summer in Australia at the moment, so the clothes I'm packing in here are not ones that I necessarily need to be having available to me in Australia right now. So that kind of makes it easier. Okay, I just tried on a bunch of the different combinations that I had in mind for the trip, and I'm feeling good. I think we're good. This outfit I'm wearing right now is like the airport outfit because we've got a little short sleeve t-shirt. Probably most of the trip I will be wearing long sleeves and layers, but I always like wearing a short sleeve or something a little bit lighter for travel, especially on the plane, because you never know if it's going to get like really stuffy or really cold, but at least this way you can kind of layer it up. So I just like this little combo. I haven't mentioned it in the other video, but this pair of pants has like a waistband all the way around, and I'm not in love with that one detail, but other than that, I really like these pants. So when I wear something a little bit more long line, it just, you know, I feel like it looks a little bit more put together than if you were to tuck it and it looks more like sweatpanty. Not that I'm against sweatpants on flights, but you know what I mean, just for versatility. This is like the flight outfit, and then all of these and some of the ones that have been kind of strewn across the surfaces are going in the suitcase. So I am feeling good about the clothes, but let's go and sort out the cosmetics because that's the other thing I need to get done. The office is like so empty right now. It's weird. Anyway, I think I've sorted out my toiletries situation. So I have like 3 different pouches. This one here, the smallest one, is, as you can see, very cute and has a little Esther bunny. I actually picked this up in either Daiso or maybe it was 3Coin in Korea on my last trip that I went on, because when you fly, especially internationally, you do have to be super careful about what liquids and gels and balms, basically any cosmetics you take on a flight. And I feel like I see so many people showing like packing and that they put everything in like a cute little case, but the problem is it usually has to end up in a clear case, so you'll often end up having to put it in a snap lock, and I feel like the easiest thing is just to put it in a bag that's already translucent or clear. So this is what I'll pop into my carry-on. I usually don't fill it up too much. I might put a little extra like mini moisturizer or something in there. I know there's like a bit of debate about whether or not you should do your skincare on a flight or not. Some people are like, definitely don't. Planes are gross, which they kind of are. And some people obviously are like, it's a good time to do it. You can do like a nice long routine. It's fun. I'm kind of in the middle. I do kind of like to just have my skincare fully done before I get on the flight, but I do think it depends on how long you are traveling for. On the way over, I believe our transit time is going to be something like 22 hours in total because we have to go via a few different places to get to our first destination. So I will probably take a little mini cleanser and a moisturizer in here as well. If I have a little stopover in an airport or something like that, I'll probably just want to wash my face and re-moisturize. So I will dig around and pop those guys in there. Again, sorry, it's a little bit disorganized at the moment just because we are moving. So some things are already packed and it's a whole thing. But also in there, I have a little hand sanitizer. I just have this little one from Merci Handy that I got at Mecca. This Sioris hand cream. I'm not a big hand cream gal. Like, I like hand cream, but I always forget to use them. And I don't know, some of them feel a bit like greasy, or I don't really like the smell too much. This one, the Sioris Bring Back Memories hand cream. It's like a green, herby, fresh, zesty vibe that I feel like is just perfect for travel, especially after you wash your hands or sanitize them. So I really like this hand cream and I think it's good value. Hydrolyte, I only have like one tablet in there. I might buy a top up, but Hydrolyte, I always take it on flights, and when they hand around like little water bottles or little cups of water, I pop one of those in there. A lip balm, I always take Lanolips in some variety with me traveling just because it's so good. It's tried and true. I've used it for years and I love it. This one they actually sent to me, which is really nice because clearly they saw that I was a fan / stan. But this is the raspberry shortcake one and it is delicious. I have tested it, so I thought I would take that one because it's kind of yummy. I don't know. And then also a cuticle oil. My nails are really bad because I had an allergic reaction to a gel product. It was a whole thing. They're fine now. I worked it out. It's all good. But I've been really into oiling my cuticles since that incident, and it's very fun and relaxing and makes my hands feel nice. So that's what's coming with me on the flight, again, plus some potential extra skincare bits and bobs, especially if I'm going long haul, / if you are going long haul and you're using this as like a little fun, chatty packing companion. Then we have this guy, and this is another clear one, and this is going in my suitcase, and this is what I call like the wet bag, the shower bag. This is a little bit extra, but I find a lot of times when people are packing their cosmetics and toiletry cases, they kind of put everything in the case, which is great. We love it when everything fits into one case. However, I have found in my recent travels that the best thing to do is to have your like bathroom case. It's like anything that will be going near the sink or in the shower. So shampoo, conditioner, body wash, toothpaste, toothbrush, razor, all those kinds of things I put in one like nice thick plasticky kind of case, because then if you are leaving and for some reason like the containers are still a little bit wet or whatever, they go into here and not with all your other stuff that you might not want to get wet potentially. So anything that is a potential like leak hazard, I put in its own box, because it doesn't really matter if it leaks, you know, onto other things that would just go and get wet in the shower, but I wouldn't like it to leak all over like my eyeshadow palette, for example. So in there we have my little travel razor. I don't even know if they still make these. I remember when YouTubers did a bunch of sponsorships about them when I was like, I don't know, it was like years ago. Like, I don't know when they came out. Anyway, I bought one like years ago and it's still really good, and I just like changed the head out. It's great. Toothpaste, my little fancy toothpaste. I found one. This is the Jasmin mint flavor from Marvis. It's so yummy. Shampoo, conditioner. I also bring a like purple, like brown toning shampoo, floss, and there will be a toothbrush that will go in there as well. And also my oil cleanser and cleanser. I'm taking the Kose, is it the Speedy? Yeah, the Speedy cleansing oil. I think I got this mini, like smaller size on YesStyle. And then this one is the Round Lab cleanser. So all of those things go together. You don't have to do that. No one has to do anything, I suggest, but I found that works well for me. And then we have my cosmetics bag, and this is my big boy. I probably could downsize this a bit, but honestly, this is where I don't really economize as much in my packing. This case is from Etoile, which is an Australian brand. They are amazing. I have been using this for a couple of years now, I think, and it served me really well. I really like taking it traveling because of the setup. I'll show you, but I did show this in my last video as well. But it's got the top section here, which is a bit full, but this pocket has a slide out mirror, which is a lot handier than you would think. This is my little heatless curler thing. I still haven't really mastered it, but this is better than doing nothing at all. I'm so like reliant on my Dyson Airwrap because I never used to be able to do hair before that. And I feel like I can only kind of do hair because I use it, because it makes it so easy. So when I don't get to use it, I still don't have like a lot of the skills to do like a nice blowout without one. And so I use this. I'm trying to get better at it, we'll see. Hairbrush, little Tangle Teezer, just plasticky, waterproof. I've had this for years. A couple of silk scrunchies from Lily Silk. And then I've got a couple of sheet masks. These are the Klairs Rich Soothing Tencel sheet masks. A couple of under eye masks as well. And I also take a little eyebrow razor because I kind of just like shave my brows. That's how I maintain them. You absolutely cannot take that on carry-on, by the way. They will definitely confiscate it from you and you will hold up the line. That sounds like I'm speaking from experience. I swear I'm not. But just a reminder, because I think I've done that with like nail scissors before. Like I just forgot that I had nail scissors and they were like, why are you bringing like little pointy scissors onto a plane? And I was like, I am not trying to. You can get rid of them, I'm sorry. And then the bottom section, I still have to put makeup brushes in, but I just wash them so they are drying. But this section here is where I put my brushes. And then in here we have all of the skincare and makeup, minus a couple of things, because again, I don't know where some things are at the moment. But because I'm going for 2 months, I'm tossing up if I just bring like a full-sized moisturizer, because I normally bring just like little sample sizes, but we're going for so long that I'm like, maybe I just bring a big one, you know? So I think I might do that, even though it's heavy, but I'm gonna like use it up over the trip. But I have the little Anua essence. I think I'm gonna bring this. I kind of just use it as a placeholder. This is the Torrid Dive In Serum. Sunscreen, I always take this one traveling. This is the Can Make Mermaid Skin Gel UV. I just like it because it's a nice size and like lightweight kind of packaging, but you still get a lot of product. It's a great sunscreen. It's one of my favorites. And then I'm gonna put like a moisturizer in, maybe a couple of other hydrating products. I'm bringing the I'm From Honey mask because I get really dehydrated and we're going on quite a few flights. So something like this that I can kind of do intermittently to kind of really bring my skin back when I need to, because I'm sure I will be good. Ooh, actually, you know what I'm missing? I don't have any like acids or actives in here at the moment, and that is because I don't have any small size ones. I only have like really big ones. So I think what I'm gonna do is buy the Sunday Riley like Power Couple set because it has Good Genes and Luna, and I have used those products. I know them really well. I know my skin really likes them, so I think I am just gonna splurge on that because again, I am going for 2 months, so I need my actives. The life of a skincare girly. What else do I have in here? Oh, I have some of these. These are the, is it the Cannabo? I don't know how to pronounce this. I never know. Suisai? Suisai Beauty Clear Powders. These are little Japanese powder cleansers that you kind of open this little capsule and add with water. I wouldn't recommend them to purchase for use at home because you can get ones that are not in these tiny little individual packages, but I bought them like years ago in Japan, but they're great for travel, for just a little bit of physical exfoliation. I know it's not for everyone, but my skin gets along with physical exfoliation, so I'm taking those. These little makeup remover pads from a Korean brand. They are from Ariel or Ariel. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it, but these ones here, I got them at Olive Young in Korea and they are amazing. They just work really well, especially if I can't be bothered to oil cleanse. It's an alternative. I'm not normally a wipes gal, but for travel, I can be a wipes gal on the go. What else? Some cotton pads in there. Little cotton buds. In this pocket here, I have things like my mascara, eyeliners, eyebrow pencils. In terms of notable ones that I would recommend, because some of them I'm like, I just have this and I'm happy to use it, it's fine. I love the Can Make Creamy Touch liner. I've been using that a lot and really like it. The Flower Nose brush tip liner, love that. The Romand All Flat Brow, so like the thicker one in C2 Grace Taupe if your eyebrow color is similar to mine, or if you just like a taupey, not overly warm or overly gray brow color, this is like perfect. And then the Emco Beauty Extend Lash brown black mascara. I love this. And I've been trying like other mascaras and testing them, and I'm like, oh, these are nice, but I keep coming back to this one because I feel like of my rotation that I'm testing at the moment, I like this one the most. What else? But the Hourglass Vanish Stick, this is still my like favorite foundation stick that I just trust. And for travel, it's handy because I can use it as a concealer. I can use it like just a really light layer just where I need it. I can use it as like a full coverage foundation if I want to do something more glam. But for everyday, just a light kind of foundation option, I have the Jongse Essential Skin Nude Cushion. I feel like I've talked about this a lot recently because I just think this is the best. I know people have liked it for a long time and it took me a while to get on the train, mainly because I couldn't get it in stock in my color. But I went to Korea and I got it and it's the best. So between those two for foundation options, I'll probably be good. But I also have like concealer, my Becca under eye concealer, my NARS pot concealer. So between all of those things, like some days I'll just do like concealer, some days I'll do like full foundation, whatever. So I think between those things, I'll have enough options. And also worst case scenario, I am going to places that have a Sephora. So if I run out of something, that's fine. I'm pretty sure this is the one I'm gonna go with, but the Romand Better Than Eyes palette in Peony Nude Garden again. I took this last time. It's just so good. It has like a full range of colors that I like. I don't wear a bunch of eyeshadow, but again, I do like to have one when I'm traveling. I do occasionally like to do a bit of eyeshadow, and that one just has everything I need in it. Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in Flexitarian, one of my favorite highlighters. It's completely wrecked, so I'm kind of hoping to use it up on the trip. For blush, I'm only taking 2 cream blushes because, to be honest, that's what I've primarily been using. The 3CA Liquid Blusher in Side Piece and the Flower Beauty Gel Crush Lip in Cheek in Strawberry Crush. This one's a little bit lighter and a bit more like easy. This one is just like a little bit more pigmented. They're very similar, but also not similar enough that I decided to just bring one, apparently. And then I have this, which is like a sort of travel size of the Laura Mercier powder. I often don't powder day to day, but then again, sometimes I do. So also translucent powder in a pinch can be useful if you run out of dry shampoo because you can kind of like dust it on your hair. I'm not saying it's the best thing to do, but it works in a pinch. And that one I have done from experience. A little Too Cool for School contour powder. Oh, this one is like another powder compact, but it's a pressed one that I can like take out with me. This is the EG Lips Blur Powder Packed. I have used up another one in the pink packaging, which I believe is like the glow one. It's not particularly glowy or anything. I think they're pretty much the same with minor differences, but this is just the Blur Powder Packed. Lash Curler Essential. I cannot be without a lash curler. This is the Kevin Aquan one. MCO Beauty Brow Treatment Gel. And this little section here is all just lip products. The Romand Lip Liner. I got this in PR recently and I've been really liking it. The Revlon The Gloss. It's just a clear, really glossy gloss that, you know, I just like having a lip gloss. The I Meme Bare Lips lipstick. The Multi Cream Lip Balm, and this is in the Blooming Honey flavor. It's delicious. I like to stash lip balms in random places around my luggage because I always need them. And actually I was rewatching my last pack with me video and I took this tint on my last trip. And I was like, that's weird. I don't even remember taking it, but like that makes sense because I'm taking it again. It's the Lily by Red Glassy Layer Fixing Tint in the shade Rosy Nude. It just lasts really well and wears really nicely and looks glossy and pretty and it's not fussy. But even when I'm not traveling, just like generally day to day, I don't really like touching up my makeup a lot. I'm pretty like low maintenance in that regard. I kind of like to just set and forget. And this kind of product is perfect for that. It just like stays on really nicely, but also when it does kind of eventually wear away, it wears away in like a really pretty stain. If you haven't tried it, I would recommend you to check it out if it sounds like your vibe. Of course, I have to take a Romand Juicy Lasting Tint. This is in the shade Bare Vine. Very pretty. It's one of the newer ones. Oh, and then I also have the Kate Lip Monster that I talked about in my J Beauty video, which if you haven't seen that, what are you doing? Sorry, that sounded accusatory. You don't have to watch it, but like, hey, I think it's kind of good. I mean, I made it. So yeah, have a couple more things to add in, but in case you're wondering, that is what the toiletries situation is looking like. Again, I could pack a little bit lighter there, but also I don't really want to. So that's the dealio there. And then I also have this here, which is just all of my jewelry and hair accessories, except some hair accessories will be going in there. I don't take a bunch of jewelry when I'm traveling just because I don't want to lose it. I just don't wear as much jewelry when I'm traveling. But I wear a little and I just pop it in there just to keep it all organized. And now I feel like we should pack the suitcase. Although maybe I might have to do some moving stuff and then pack the suitcase later. Oh my gosh, yeah, I totally forgot. I'm packing like a big sunscreen because sun protection is important. Admittedly, it's going to be winter and stuff, but that doesn't mean the UV rays don't exist. So I'm taking a big sunscreen with us. Yippee! Hello everyone. As you can see, we've had a little bit of a change of scenery and I have like different hair now. I'm still sorting out the bangs. I just blow dried them. They're getting it. Hi, Editing Lucy here, coming to you with the devastating realization that my look in this scene is almost giving a cosplay of it's giving a cosplay of Toxic Gossip Train. I don't know how. I kept watching this footage back being like, why does it feel so cursed and evil? And surely many reasons, but I think this is why. Yeah, just wanted to share that with you. Hope you enjoy. But you know how at the end of the last clip I was like, oh, I just need to like move, BRB. Yeah, I just did that like a week ago and it's been a week, so we were moving and now we are staying with family, and it is now the night before the trip and I'm just double checking all of my packing and putting those last minute bits in, because here's the thing. I do like packing in advance and I do like being organized, but ultimately I will always just open my suitcase again like the night before anyway. Like for example, I don't have double ups of my favorite deodorant at the moment, I just have one, so I've been using it, so then I need to use it and then put it in, you know? So I apologize if like the lighting and the setup is a little bit different. All the changes happening, I feel it too, don't worry. So I'm basically almost fully packed from where you last saw me. I had all of those things out on the rack, but now I have them in my suitcase behind me, so let me show you. And this is not like the final like stacking of cubes and whatnot, but this is what's happening at the moment. I need to like Tetris this section a bit more because I'm not fully decided, but I do have like everything. I'm just trying to decide if I want to put this in here and like kind of squash it down or put it on the other side. I will explain my logic. But in here I have my underwear. I know you were just jazzed, you're like, God, I hope she packs underwear. I know that's what you're all thinking about. I don't normally take this big of a bag, but because we are traveling for 2 months and also like there will be periods of time where I don't know what our like laundry situation will be like obviously you can always wash them in the sink, okay? That's a classic travel move. This is not an area where I like underpack. Then in here we can like peek in and kind of see through the little peephole. Not really a lot to see there, but this here is just like my pajamas slash like comfy chill out clothes. I don't imagine that we're going to be spending like a heap of time just like hanging out in our accommodation, but it's still nice to have some comfy clothes. In here I have my pants. I actually only have 2 pairs of pants and 1 skirt. It has been a little bit tricky planning like outfit stuff for this trip because we go over so many different weather situations. Like for a lot of the back half of the trip it's quite chilly, but for a lot of the front half of the trip it's pretty like temperate. Jeans fits the bill because I can layer thermals underneath, but also like you can pretty much wear jeans any time of year I suppose, except if it's like super duper hot. Another pair of pants wedged in there, and also I'm taking like silk skirt, which could be like a odd choice. I talk about it more in my travel capsule wardrobe video, but I ended up going with it because I thought especially for the warm part it would be quite nice, and I don't know, like work with just like little baby t-shirts. And for trips I always try to like just slightly underpack for that eventuality, because it's nice to be able to pick something up on your travels if it takes your fancy. In here I have all my jewelry. Again, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have this on here or on the other side. It just kind of depends on how things finally Tetris in the final moments. Oh, these are all my thermals and gloves. So I've taken a couple of sets because I just know it's gonna be cold. I checked the forecast again today. We're going to New Orleans, DC, New York. New Orleans is not too cold, but DC and New York is meant to be really, really cold. Admittedly, we're not there until like the end of February, early March, but everyone I've spoken to was like, oh my god, it's gonna be so cold, you're gonna freeze to death, which I'm a little concerned because controversially I'm not packing a coat. It doesn't make sense for me to have one and also like really have one for that type of really cold weather because I'm from Australia, so I might just buy one there. Bit of a questionable decision, always one when you're packing, but anyway. Tops in here, just like they don't look that interesting. It's honestly just a bunch of white tops with like different necklines. And some little t-shirts in there as well. Oh, from over there I was like looking and I was like, am I really only bringing 2 pairs of pants? But I forgot I also have a pair of grey pants, but I'm wearing them on the flight. And I have my jumpers in here. So again, these are like
quite lightweight, but like a bit bulky. So I'm not sure how I want to like put them in. I'm thinking I just can lie it on top here maybe, and then use the kind of compression-y bit here to pull it down. Aforementioned deodorant, a reusable tote bag, some hair product. Only taking one, which I think is pretty solid. I'll actually pull this out because I showed this in my last packing video and I still think it's really cute. This is like a little first aid pouch, and I don't pack a heap of stuff because where we're going we'll have access to like pharmacies the entire time. So just some band-aids, you know, all the usual stuff. Nothing too crazy, but just good to have. And then on this side, I've just got a little pouch in here with all of my hair accessories. So it's kind of camouflaged into there, but that's where those are going because they are not super bulky and basically lie flat because they are berets and headbands. And then on this side, I have my other pair of shoes. I'm only taking 2 with me. This is my swimsuit and a little bucket hat because we will be able to go swimming and there's quite a few swimming opportunities. See what I mean? It's a little bit all over the place. Like I'm bringing a bikini, but I'm also like bringing thermals. It's a whole thing. And then I have a tube of body sunscreen. I also have face sunscreen in my little cosmetics bag that I showed you before. So I've popped all my makeup brushes in here. I've put in some like cotton pads, spuds, and I added a little bit more skincare to this selection because originally I was like keeping it pretty minimal / in the middle of the move, so I wasn't sure like what I wanted to keep out, what I wanted to put in storage. But I have this I'm bringing with me, which is a little travel size of the Pixie Glow Tonic. I typically like to do a like stronger kind of AHA sort of treatment every few nights, and I don't have like a mini size of that, and I thought about buying one, but I remembered that I have Glow Tonic and it works really well for my skin, so I can just do this. It's a little bit milder, but I can just do this more regularly. That's fine. Some other little things here. I got an essence, serum, sunscreen, a little Laneige vanilla lip balm, moisturizer, and this like mini retinol that I have from Drunk Elephant, so I can keep up with all the really cool 10-year-old Sephora girls that are apparently in the States. I feel like I've overpacked a little bit, but also like I'm going away for 2 months. Like I do think I will go through a lot of this. Like I wouldn't normally pack like a whole moisturizer. I would pack like a mini or something like that, but I felt like I probably will go through a whole moisturizer if I'm just using one consistently for 2 months, especially because I get really dry when I travel. So that is like the packing situation of my suitcase. Pretty well packed. I'm just, you know, I'm just double triple checking things. I'm normally a bit more chill, but I'm just a little bit nervous to be honest because it's like such a long flight. I'm really excited more than anything, but like just for the moment, I think until we get to our first destination, it's gonna be just mushed in with a little bit of nervousness. Also a little nervy for how I'm gonna like style my new haircut. Again, bold decision to be like, let's do something new just before I go traveling, question mark, question mark. But I feel like this cut is like a little bit more styled even if I don't do a lot with it, you know? I don't know. That's what I'm telling myself. I will say the combination of like the fluorescent lighting in this room and my lack of makeup, and I've also like popped a ring light on just to add extra light, is making me feel like a little bit like extra ratty. So it's like making me like, oh my god, like did I make a mistake? I didn't. I love this haircut. But there might just be like a little bit of like a learning curve to it. Anyway, luggage is basically packed. I'm basically just gonna like put on some like meditative ASMR and like look at it all again and like mentally go through a checklist and then go through like my actual checklist. But I want to show you my like little carry-on, which I'm also in the process of packing. I think because we're doing so much like time in the air, we're going on so many flights, it's nice to have something that is just able to be just hold some more creaturey comforts. I'm not even really putting that much in it. I just like that I'm able to fit snacks in it and like a bottle of water. Not that you take your water through certain airport terminals, but you know what I mean. Like for example, inside it's kind of like a Mary Poppins bag. Inside I have my favorite little Sailor Moon pouch. I got this in Japan years ago and I love it. It's getting like a little bit gross, but I don't care. Actually, I'm not gonna pull it out, but I have a change of underwear, which is just so exciting. But our first lot of transit, I believe, is 33 hours because we're flying from Brisbane to the States and then the States to Mexico, and we're not gonna like get a shower or anything in the middle there. And so if you can't have a shower, you do have to engage in just like evasive maneuvers, and I think that is a good one. Also like some little mints, my retainer so that my teeth don't move back to their pre-orthodontive state, a scrunchie, like just some little stuff in this little pouch here. It's got like little pockets in the sides. I can't show you really. Oh, you can kind of see. And so I was able to put like my sunglasses and like my tripod, lol. Content creator life. Not that I'll be like pulling out my tripod on the plane being like, which is fine. I suppose you can do that, but I don't know. I'm still like very shy about like filming in public, which is weird because I'm like extroverted, but I guess it's also like I never want to like inconvenience anyone, and I guess also it's like no one's really looking, like no one really cares. But also like when you're filming in public, like I feel like it's so easy to be like filming other people by accident, and like I don't know. But in saying all of that, 9 times out of 10 when I see someone else filming in public, I don't really mind. But also sometimes there is the 1 out of 10 time where I'm like, oh my god, this person's like filming something and I'm like in the background and I do not want to be there. Anyway, that's a moral dilemma for another day, but oh, that's right. I also need to put my laptop in, but I've just kept my laptop out because I just want to ensure that I have my entertainment options offline. And then the other 2 ones I'm going to put in here is this one, which I use, which is like a freebie skincare pouch I got from Innisfree when I went to Korea, I think. But this is where I put all of my like camera stuff. So I'm bringing you with me. I know it's really exciting. It's a little bit last minute, I'm sorry, but I'm filming on my camera right now. Then I have a bunch of like batteries that are all charged, and the charger for my batteries, and an extra SD card. Lots of fun, exciting things. I know you're all like, oh my god, how riveting. I know. So that's gonna go in there, but I can also like fit the camera inside it because my camera is pretty small, so that's fun. And then I have this bag, which I think I showed you earlier, but it's got all of my like liquids that I'm taking on board. I'm also taking a toothbrush on board. Again, 33 hours of travel. I'm not going to be able to do much, but also what I've done, which I haven't done before, is I'm taking little cotton pads and then like a toner in there and then a mini moisturizer, so I can like wash or sanitize my hands, do a tone to like refresh my skin without necessarily having to like cleanse it, and then moisturizer, and have like a little sunscreen in there as well, so I can like kind of redo my skincare at some point. Maybe more than once, depending on how I feel. 33 hours. And our first flight is in like 8 hours. So it's like, it's all happening. We're gonna try and have like a strategic nap soon and then wake up early so we can like kind of get in the time zone, sort of. I don't know, questionable. But I'm also gonna try and sleep on the flight. Oh, also hidden in here, which I have in a zip pocket, is, it's my eye mask. Oh, this is good. This is giving Holly Go Lightly, honestly. I'm taking that with me. I'm also taking a scarf with me on board that I kind of use as like a little neck pillow, or you can use like as an extra pillow behind your head, or you can drape over your like whole visage, you know, just create a little tent of darkness. And then, I'm not doing this very elegantly, this pulls off. And this is its own like little pouch, but you can also like put it like that in the like little plain seat pocket, because this is kind of like weighty. I don't know, I think it's nifty. So this was on the outside of my bag, and I have in here passport, wallet, pen, birth control. I'm always really paranoid that I'll like lose it. I never have, but like I feel like that would be such a hassle if you like didn't have it anymore, you know? And so you can keep that on the outside of the bag, but also because I haven't like packed my bag full, I can just like put it inside there if I don't want to have it like sticking on the outside, and it fits in nicely. So now I just have like things charging and getting ready to go in. But that's everything, and I just wanted to hop back in to actually finish the video because I kept being like, oh that's right, I started filming a pack with me video and then I didn't finish packing and then I moved. So that's the situation. Also, to clarify, I just realized I'm wearing the same outfit that I wore. It's washed. I assume you would think it's washed, but just in case you're wondering, it's not like I'm wearing this for like continuity purposes, I just am. I'm sure you care about all of my reasoning and it's super important. Anyway, I am gonna skedaddle skedoodle and finish my packing, but that is the packing. I'm all ready to go. I love my little luggage set. I have also done a preliminary weigh of my luggage and I'm like 10 kilos-ish under, so I'm totally fine in terms of weight. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I just said I was gonna go, but I'm actually gonna go. I'm not sure when exactly this video will be coming out in the timeline of my videos that are coming out, but if you do want to follow along, Instagram and TikTok are the places to go. Another little editor's note, I'm actually back. I decided to take a bit of a break and it was really nice, and I'm really excited to be back and making yum yum munch crunch content videos for you all. And yeah, see you soon with a new video. Big smooches. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!